What's up, guys? It's Devin. Video for today's card show pickups. Had a smaller local show. Information about the show specifically. It was on Saturday, May 18th. Show ran from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. It was inside the Woodland Mall in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and it was hosted by Johnny Ford Sports Cards and Memorabilia, which is a card shop in the area. It was, I think, 50 to 60 tables, somewhere around that. So definitely on the smaller side, but effective for a smaller card show for sure. Didn't pick up a ton. Unfortunately, I really didn't get to leave the table until at the end. Most things were kind of picked through at that point. If I ever have my buddy Mikey, who sets up at shows with me sometimes, when he's there, it gives me a lot more opportunity to walk around at the show and buy stuff from other dealers or buy stuff at our own table. This time it was basically just walk-ups was kind of the only thing that I had the opportunity to pick up. So that's what I will showcase today. Because I don't have that many cards, I will showcase what I bought it for and what I valued at. So I'll kind of go in depth for each card. Everything here on the left is stuff I traded for. So I'll break that down. I had a cash trade. I had a Michael Jordan card. I traded for these two in cash. It was a 2000 Topps Hidden Gems Kobe Bryant PSA 7. And then a 2000 UD Slam Kobe Bryant Air Styles PSA 9. It's kind of a fun grade there on the Air Styles. Would have liked a higher grade on the Hidden Gems, but that's okay. The values that I had on these guys, kind of tough to tell the exact what I have into them because the one card that I traded out of, the Michael Jordan, was part of a larger trade that I did. That was part of like a 15 card trade for one single card. So kind of tough to tell exactly what I'm into these for. But the Hidden Gems I valued at $35. And the Air Styles I valued at $40. So 35 and 40 were the two values on the Kobe's. Aiden Hutchinson was also part of a trade. I had a Kobe Bryant UD3 rookie from 1996 graded a PSA 10. I had a couple of those that I picked up from the Chicago show a few months ago. I had one left. So we ended up doing a cash trade for this Aiden Hutchinson. This one we gave a value of $175 on. It's a 2022 Chronicles Prism Black auto rookie of Aiden Hutchinson, but it is the blue parallel, numbered out of 25. Graded by SGC as a 9.5, auto grade 10. Kind of a tough one to put a value on. He hasn't really had a ton of his blues sell recently, specifically from this set or just in general, so I kind of had to base it off of a few different things. So we put it at 175 value. After the cash trade, I'm into it for 143. So into it onto the stronger side, but I got the value that I wanted out of the Kobe, and it decreased from when I originally bought it. So it was kind of just getting a little cash back and getting to something a little bit less cost than what the Kobe was. And the final one was Nazan Zenatello, Bowman Chrome, first black auto. This is being numbered out of 75 there, the true black. This was also kind of a tough one to value. This was just a straight up trade. I had a Tom Brady that I had stickered at $80. The last sale of this was $120. So you would think that I gained value. However, the last sale of $120 was before he got injured. So he injured his hamstring and had been out for the last 2 weeks after that sale of $120. So I'm assuming it decreased in value, especially a hamstring to start off the season. Those can be kind of tricky, I would say. They're not the easiest things to come back from, especially at the beginning of a season. So I lowered the value of this to the 80 to match basically the Brady that I had. So we did an even 1-for-1 trade. He got out of this because he ripped it. Didn't want to really stay with baseball and just stashed a Brady rookie. So I think I gained a little bit of value, but I obviously gained a lot of risk because he couldn't be injured for a very long time, and that 120 value could easily turn into 50 to 60 for a baseball prospect. So took a gamble there. Hopefully he bounces back quick and it can go back up to 100, 120, but we'll totally see there. So gamble for me there on that trade. Everything else now is just a straight up purchase from the show, and I will break down what these are. I'm going to start from what I valued the cheapest and then work up my way to the most valuable item that I picked up. This one, a guy walked up, a gentleman with a 2-row box. Unfortunately, he smelled heavily of cigarette smoke, which, not judging, people can smoke. However, when it comes to trading cards, if people who smoke a lot of cigarettes smoke around their cards, specifically, it could leave long-lasting damage to the card. I have done that before where I bought a collection from somebody and the cards smelled inherently like cigarette smoke. And then there was obviously damage to the card because of the smoke specifically. So I didn't want to buy too much from the guy. There was a couple of things I would have offered on, but this one didn't seem like it had any damage. So I took a small gamble on this one. This is a gold label Alonzo Mourning. This is Class 3. Class 3 is the more difficult ones to hit. Class 2 and Class 1 are more common. Alonzo obviously is retired and obviously well known for his playing days. So I bought this one for $1. It last sold for $10. So took a gamble that it's okay for a cheap raw card like this to be around the smoke damage that it could have been around. So I took a gamble on that for $1. Seemed like a no-brainer. Next up is Lea Michele. She is an actress. I think she went through some public scrutiny, if I remember correctly. If it's somebody else, I don't mean to throw her under the bus, but I feel like she was one that went under some scrutiny. I can't remember for sure. I think she was on the show Glee. It's been a while since I've recognized the name, but it was an early Panini auto of hers. This is 2015 Americana. The guy was asking like $10. I said I'd throw him $5. Seemed like a no-brainer. Panini seal, early Panini auto. The autograph looks really clean of Lea Michele, so I valued it anywhere between $15 to $20. So I thought at $5 I'll be extremely safe. Somebody will pick it up for 10 at some point. Maybe I throw it up on eBay for 20 to 25, and maybe somebody buys it now. But paid $5. I ended up valuing it at $20. Prism Black Silver Rookie of Joe Burrow from 2020 Chronicles. This bad boy I paid $50 and I valued at $75. Paid $50, valued at $75. SGC 10 of CJ Stroud 2023 Prism, the prismatic insert, green ice parallel specifically. Kind of a tough one to put a value on with being SGC 10. There was like greens and green waves, no green ices specifically. So I valued it just around there. It might be a tick higher because it's the ice and not the green wave or the true green. But this is going to be the same thing as the Burrow. I paid $50 and I valued at $75. So paid $50, valued at $75. Ironically, at the show, I had a Dazzlers Connor Bedard pink, which is a little bit more difficult to hit than the orange. I sold that raw, and then somebody else walked around and gave me an opportunity to buy this. So I figured if I sold one, made a little bit of money off of it, why not buy another one? So this is going to be a 2023-24 Upper Deck. Dazzlers orange of Connor Bedard. This is a rookie for him. Graded as an SGC 10. This one I paid $70 and I valued at $100. Paid $70, valued at $100. A couple of these were kind of weird to put exact values on. The Bedard was a little bit easier. CJ Stroud was hard. Lea Michele was hard. There's definitely some ones that were difficult to put values on, so I did my best to kind of use comparable sales. Anthony Edwards, big game tonight. He's got game 1 against the Mavericks of the Western Conference Finals tonight. So good luck to both teams in that matchup. Luka and Ant One of those two guys are going to the finals for the first time, which is very exciting. But this is, for Anthony Edwards, a 2022 Spectra T-Mall. It is the Asia red and yellow, which is numbered out of 75, graded a PSA 10. Obviously, no sales of this exact card. I paid $90, and I valued it at $120. So hopefully that value holds up. It'll be an interesting one. We'll see what happens. Next up is a Fernando Tatis tribute to the Threads. So this is a redemption, not redeemed yet. I thought it was fairly priced. I thought I'd take the gamble. I think Fernando Tatis is a little down right now, so I think it's safe to buy his cards if you think he's going to still be a good player this year. So tribute to the Threads. This is the orange. This is numbered out of 25. It's got kind of, I looked up the physical card. Some of those copies have came back. It's got like 2 little patch windows and then an autograph. So it should be kind of decent. This one I will redeem myself. I'd like to sell the physical card. I paid $100 for the redemption. I think the physical card will be anywhere around $130, was kind of my guess. And that was based off of some sales of the redemption. I'm hoping the physical card brings a little bit more than the redemptions, but we'll see. It's kind of uncertain there. Select LeBron James. This is going to be a fast break red disco. Graded a PSA 10. The courtside for LeBron, which these are going to be numbered out of 49. So courtside LeBron out of 49, graded a PSA 10. This LeBron, I paid $100 and I valued at $140. Paid $100, valued at $140. CJ Stroud, SGC 10 on the 2023 Prism Laser rookie there. This was a little bit more easy to put a value on. There was plenty of sales here, so I paid $150 and I valued at $200. Paid $150, valued $200. The last two were kind of difficult to put a sale value on. Joe Burrow, this is a true gold, 2022 select. I believe this is just the concourse. Yep. Serial number 10 out of 10. So last printed, which is kind of cool. Would have preferred jersey number 9 out of 10, but can't win them all. Graded a PSA 9 on the gold. Same thing here as the CJ Stroud. I paid $150. I valued it at $200. Paid $150, valued at $200. And then the final one, definitely the coolest card. Very uncertain of what to put the value on. I know the guy who sold it to me had it listed on eBay for $1,000 OBO. I thought that was high. Realistically, I thought this was a $400 to $500 101 of Anthony Richardson. Might be lower. So this is 2023 Zenith, the artist proof 1 of 1. Definitely a decent 101, but not the most valuable. I like that it's an artist proof, but Zenith is just not a very valuable product to begin with. It's not autographed. It's just a base. So I paid $300, taking a gamble on it. I thought I could value it at $400. There are sales of 101s from other sets, but they were a little bit better sets that were selling between $500 to $700. So I value it underneath that. We'll see if I win here, if I lose, but paid $300, valued at $400 for the Anthony Richardson. So that was everything. Nothing too crazy. Bought straight up 10 items, then I traded for the other 4 items. So always enjoy doing trades. Excited for a couple shows this coming weekend. I will be at Lansing on Saturday, and then Shipshewana will be on Monday. So nice weekend of 2 shows. Hoping for a nice pickup video after those 2 shows to showcase you guys. So thank you for watching. Everyone have a great day, and don't forget to smile. Later, guys.